Jerry Pratt, former CTO of Figure AI, is back, and this time, he's aiming even higher. Alongside fellow robotics veteran Nick Radford, he's officially launched a brand new startup called Persona AI, and early signs suggest they're building what could very well be the most advanced humanoid robot of 2025. Welcome back, guys. Alfie here, bringing you another latest AI update. Figure AI CTO creates most advanced AI robot of 2025. You are watching the AI Nexus, and we'll cover every step of the way. Let's go. There's no sugarcoating it. This is a huge deal for the robotics world. When someone like Jerry Pratt leaves a top position at one of the hottest robotics companies on the planet and immediately jumps into founding a new venture, it sends shockwaves. But Pratt isn't just bringing big ambitions, he's bringing a lifetime of expertise. If you follow robotics even a little, you know Jerry isn't some newcomer riding the AI wave. He's one of the guys who helped build the wave in the first place. Before Persona AI, Jerry was the brains behind some of the most critical advances at Figure AI, the company currently battling for dominance in the humanoid robot race against giants like Tesla, 1X Technologies, and Aptronic. At Figure, he helped design robots that could walk, manipulate objects, and, more importantly, understand and adapt to human environments. His exit wasn't due to burnout or frustration. It was because he saw an even bigger opportunity to create something more flexible, more intelligent, and more capable than anything the world's seen so far. And he's not doing it alone. Nick Radford, his co-founder at Persona AI, brings a similarly stacked resume to the table. Nick isn't just another entrepreneur with a flashy pitch deck. He's an actual roboticist who spent time at NASA, leading engineering efforts on some of their humanoid robot projects. That's right, the same NASA that built Valkyrie, one of the most sophisticated bipedal robots ever developed for disaster response and space exploration. Nick's real-world, high-stakes experience complements Jerry's AI-focused expertise perfectly. Together, they're assembling a founding team of about 10 to 20 people. An elite squad that will shape the first phase of Persona AI's journey. What sets Persona AI apart isn't just the talent involved, it's the vision. They're not trying to build another humanoid robot that simply moves boxes in a warehouse or offers basic customer service. Persona AI's goal is far more ambitious: to create humanoid robots with rich, dynamic personas. Real machine personalities that can adapt to complex, messy human environments. We're talking about robots that don't just do tasks, but that people can actually connect with on an emotional and cognitive level. Right now, most humanoid robots still operate with rigid task trees. You program them to walk, grasp an object, and place it somewhere, and that's about it. Even the most cutting-edge models like Tesla's Optimus and Figure 01 are just beginning to break out of those limitations through large language model integration and reinforcement learning. But even they have a long way to go before they can truly behave with the fluidity, flexibility, and social understanding that humans expect from other humans. Persona AI wants to bridge that gap. They believe the future of humanoid robots lies not just in physical dexterity, but in cognitive and emotional sophistication. Imagine a robot that can recognize when you're frustrated during a conversation, adjust its tone accordingly, offer to help, or even tell a joke if the situation calls for it. Not because it was explicitly programmed for every possible emotional scenario, but because it genuinely understands social context. That's where Jerry Pratt's deep AI knowledge comes into play. While at Figure AI, he worked on integrating powerful AI models that could handle dynamic real-world decision-making. Now, at Persona AI, he's free to push those ideas even further. The team plans to use cutting-edge techniques from fields like reinforcement learning, embodied AI, and cognitive architectures to create robots that aren't just smart, they're socially intelligent. It's a tricky balance to strike. Physical hardware has to be robust enough to support nuanced behavior. Motors, actuators, sensors, all of it needs to work in perfect harmony so that the robot's body language matches its cognitive outputs. That's where Nick Radford's background becomes indispensable. His experience with building high-precision humanoids at NASA means he knows how to create robots that don't just think well, but move and act in believable, relatable ways. They're still in the early stages. Right now, Persona AI is aggressively recruiting. They're looking for a very specific kind of founding team. Not just engineers who can code or weld metal together, but people who deeply understand the nuances of human-robot interaction. They want machine learning specialists, mechanical engineers, hardware architects, and user experience designers who all share a common goal: making robots that feel less like tools and more like collaborative partners. And they're not just hunting for resumes. Persona AI is focused on building a team with a shared mindset. They want builders, experimenters, people who aren't afraid to try, fail, and iterate rapidly. In the world of cutting-edge robotics, slow cycles kill innovation. You can't wait 6 months for a prototype update. You have to be willing to tear down and rebuild in days or weeks if that's what it takes to find the next breakthrough. In terms of product roadmap, the company hasn't shared specific timelines or models yet, but insiders hint that they're aiming for a major prototype reveal by the end of 2025. If they pull it off, it could shake up the entire landscape. Right now, the race is crowded. Tesla is pushing hard with Optimus Gen 2. 1X Technologies is rolling out its second-generation Eve robot, and Apptronik's Apollo is moving from pilot programs to actual industrial deployment. Persona AI is entering a red-hot arena. But with Pratt and Radford at the helm, nobody's counting them out. What's interesting is the cultural ethos they're reportedly building around. Persona AI isn't trying to be a monolithic corporate machine. It's being structured more like an elite special forces unit. Small, flexible, extremely capable. That's deliberate. Pratt and Radford believe the future of innovation doesn't come from massive 500-person teams. It comes from tight-knit, interdisciplinary groups where communication is fast, decisions are made quickly, and everyone's work directly moves the mission forward. It's a refreshing approach. In an industry that sometimes gets bogged down in bureaucracy and endless review cycles, Persona AI is aiming to stay lean and agile. This mindset isn't just about company culture either. It's baked into their product philosophy. The robots they're building aren't supposed to be huge, cumbersome machines that only mega corporations can afford. They envision humanoids that are accessible, scalable, and versatile. Robots that can integrate into homes, small businesses, healthcare facilities, and beyond. Another piece of the puzzle is the AI stack. While traditional robotic software has relied heavily on classical programming methods, lots of if-then logic and predefined state machines, Persona AI is betting big on modern AI. That means foundation models trained on massive datasets, fine-tuned for robotic embodiment. It means on-device LLMs for language and reasoning tasks, and cloud-assisted cognitive systems for more complex decision-making. In practice, this could allow Persona AI's robots to hold natural conversations, learn new tasks by observation, adapt to new environments without needing full reprogramming, and even develop unique personalities based on their experiences. Imagine a robot that becomes slightly different from its peers over time. Not because someone updated its firmware, but because it learned, adapted, and grew based on its environment and interactions. Of course, there are huge challenges ahead. Building a humanoid robot that can think, move, and interact like a human is the ultimate multidisciplinary problem. Mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer science, neuroscience, psychology. It all has to come together seamlessly. And even then, there are the practical hurdles: battery life, material durability, energy efficiency, safety, and cost. But if anyone's up for that challenge, it's Jerry Pratt and Nick Radford. They've seen what works, they've seen what doesn't, and they know where the gaps are. They're not starting from scratch. They're starting from a place of deep experience, clear vision, and relentless ambition. Persona AI's arrival couldn't be better timed either. 2025 is shaping up to be the year when humanoid robots break out of R&D labs and into real-world use cases. Major auto manufacturers, logistics companies, and even retail brands are lining up to deploy humanoid robots at scale. Governments are also paying close attention, not just for labor shortages, but for national competitiveness in the AI and robotics arms race. In other words, the window of opportunity is wide open, but it won't stay open forever. Whoever nails general-purpose humanoid robotics first will set the standard for the next decade, maybe longer. Persona AI is stepping into that arena not as an underdog, but as a potential frontrunner. At the end of the day, what's most exciting about Persona AI isn't just the tech or the talent. It's the possibility. The idea that we're finally on the cusp of robots that aren't just functional, but relatable. Robots that can live and work among us, not as distant machines, but as genuine companions, helpers, and collaborators. If they succeed, 2025 won't just be another year of incremental robot upgrades. It will be the year we finally cross the line between machines and true artificial beings. And if you ask Jerry Pratt and Nick Radford, that future is closer than most people think. Now, after hearing all of this, do you really think Figure AI is going to stand quietly and let their ex-CTO outshine them? Well, they are certainly not sitting quietly. For months, Figure AI has been the quiet powerhouse of the humanoid robotics revolution. While competitors chased viral moments with dancing robots and flashy acrobatics, Figure's team has been laser-focused on solving the actual problems preventing robots from working alongside humans. Their approach is different. No gimmicks, no hype, just relentless engineering to create machines that can perform real work in real environments. The results are staggering. In just under a year, Figure has progressed from lab prototypes to actual factory deployment at one of the world's most advanced automotive manufacturers. But what's truly shocking isn't just where they are, it's how they got there. Let me show you exactly what this robot can do. What you just witnessed represents a quantum leap in robotics. That wasn't scripted. That wasn't remote controlled. That was a fully autonomous humanoid robot navigating the unpredictable chaos of a real factory floor, making decisions in real time, and performing delicate manipulation tasks with human-level dexterity. This is what sets them apart. While many robotics projects are still in the research phase, Figure AI has already partnered with BMW, putting its robot straight into action. Instead of testing in controlled lab environments, Figure 02 is now being tested where it matters most, inside a real factory, performing actual tasks. This is a massive leap toward proving that humanoid robots aren't just an exciting idea, but a practical and necessary advancement in automation. Let's break down why this is so revolutionary. First, the vision system. Watch how Figure 02 scans its environment. It's not just detecting objects, it's understanding them in three-dimensional space exactly like a human worker would. The way it identifies the exact part it needs, positions itself perfectly, and adjusts its approach based on what it sees demonstrates spatial reasoning capabilities that were considered science fiction just a few years ago. Then there's the manipulation. Notice how it handles that screwdriver. The subtle adjustments in grip pressure, the way it compensates when something doesn't go perfectly. Those aren't pre-programmed movements. The robot is making micro-corrections based on real-time tactile feedback from sensors in its hands that approach human sensitivity. This level of fine motor control in an untethered autonomous system is unprecedented. But the real game changer is the autonomy. When the robot drops a part, and yes, these machines will make mistakes just like humans, watch how it recognizes the error, recovers, and continues working without intervention. This ability to adapt on the fly, to learn from mistakes, and to operate independently for extended periods is what separates this from every other humanoid demonstration we've seen. The speed of progress is perhaps the most shocking aspect. Just 6 months ago, this same robot needed carefully controlled environments and simplified tasks. Now it's operating in the messy, unpredictable reality of an active factory floor. If this rate of improvement continues, we're not talking about widespread adoption in some distant future. This transformation is happening now. BMW didn't partner with Figure for a publicity stunt. They're preparing for a fundamental shift in manufacturing. While the initial deployment is small, internal roadmaps show plans for hundreds of Figure robots across their factories within 2 years. And automotive is just the beginning. Once these systems prove themselves here, expect rapid expansion into logistics, warehousing, and beyond. The business implications are undeniable. These robots work 24/7 without breaks. They don't get tired. They can be instantly redeployed as needs change. At projected costs, they'll quickly become more economical than human labor for many repetitive tasks. This isn't about replacing every worker. It's about augmenting human teams with tireless, precision teammates that can handle the dull, dirty, and dangerous jobs. What truly sets Figure apart in the crowded humanoid space is their obsessive focus on practical utility. While others chase viral moments, Figure has been solving the unglamorous but crucial problems of real-world operation. How does a robot open different types of doors? Navigate around unexpected obstacles? Ask for help when truly stuck? These are the challenges that determine whether robots stay in labs or enter our workplaces. The AI architecture enabling this is equally impressive. Figure's neural networks train using a revolutionary combination of simulation and real-world data, allowing for rapid skill acquisition. A task learned in simulation can be refined through just a few real-world attempts. This hybrid approach means the robots keep getting smarter at an unprecedented rate. Under the hood, Figure's system combines several groundbreaking technologies. A multimodal perception system that fuses visual, auditory, and tactile data into a unified understanding of the environment. A hierarchical control architecture that allows for both high-level planning and low-level reflex-like adjustments. A continuous learning framework that enables the robot to improve its performance with every task. Looking ahead, the next milestones are clear. Longer operational periods between human interventions, more complex multi-step tasks, and eventually, true collaboration between multiple robots. The version we're seeing today is impressive, but the team says this is just the baseline. The real leaps in capability are still coming. Industry analysts are scrambling to adjust their predictions. Where most forecasts suggested meaningful factory deployment of humanoids was 5 to 7 years away, Figure's progress indicates this revolution will happen much faster. Early adopters like BMW are positioning themselves to gain a significant competitive advantage, and other manufacturers are taking notice. The implications extend far beyond manufacturing. As these robots prove themselves in industrial settings, the same technology will inevitably migrate to other sectors. Construction sites where humanoids can work around the clock. Disaster zones where they can operate in dangerous conditions. Healthcare facilities where they can assist with patient care. Homes where they can handle chores and assist the elderly. For skeptics who thought humanoid robots would remain niche novelties, this BMW deployment is a wake-up call. The future isn't coming, it's already here. And it's working the factory floor right beside human colleagues. The question now isn't whether these robots will transform industries, but how quickly that transformation will occur. One thing's certain, Figure A. I just raised the bar for what's possible in robotics. Their approach proves that focusing on real-world utility beats flashy demos every time. As more companies recognize this, we're about to see an acceleration in adoption that will make today's achievements look quaint by comparison. The age of practical humanoid robots has arrived. And if this demonstration is any indication, that age is going to arrive much faster than anyone predicted. What we're witnessing isn't just technological progress. It's the beginning of a fundamental shift in how work gets done across entire industries. So what do you think? Is this the breakthrough we've been waiting for? Or are there still hurdles you think need to be overcome? Drop your thoughts below. The conversation about how we integrate these technologies into our world is just as important as the tech itself. One thing's for sure, the future of work will never be the same. So don't forget to subscribe for more shocking revelations about the future of robotics. The revolution is happening now, and you're witnessing its birth.